There's a little bit of background noise, and there's not much I can do about that. But... Oh, hello! Hello, everyone! And welcome back to Sheol. It's the Manu. Oh my goodness, it's the Sasha. Hello, hello. Anti-train? Yes, welcome to the train to somewhere. I'm sure we'll find out where once we get there. We're still traveling through the Arden Woods, although pretty soon we'll be going into a very long tunnel. Hello, chams. Hello, let me go say hello to everyone. Hello, chams. Hello, Sasha. Hello, Zyber. Hello, Michael Nuts. Also, I saw permanent count 47. Welcome back. It's been a little while. Hello, Bafi. And hello, Seribot. That's my name, don't wear it out. You got it, Michael Nuts, alternatively known as Goku, or one of your other monikers. Huh, moniker. I never realized. That has Mon in it. I'm taking that word now. The word moniker now belongs to me. There we go. Well, how have we all been? It's been a little while. This train ride is quite long. A 5-day trip, pretty much. And we join in every other day, it seems like. How are we all doing? I hope you're all doing just great. Oh my goodness. Hello, Benry. Doing fantastic? Very good to hear. I did see, I like to think inspired by my actions. I did see your, fucking run of FTL. We took down the flagship, and let me get the names of your crewmates, as I think you would like to call them. Yeah, your ship was called YouTube Kids, and then your and then your crew was, guys, it liter Ali says you sus and are. That is the members of the crew. It is genuinely impressive that you managed to get that many crew members, and then it is very funny how they're sorted in a way that doesn't quite make sense. Very good. The valiant efforts of YouTube Kids. Tips Antimatter Hat. We love it. We love it. Chance is chillin'. Very good. The chillest rat I know. You could keep a refrigerator stocked with how chill this rat is. So last time we did a lot of pauseless FTL, which was thematically appropriate. As for what the theme is, we might find out later today, I don't know. Let's see, what other games could we play? There's also Hacknet, there's Noida, you know, we could do one of those. Before we head into the tunnel, of course. You're the rat that keeps the refrigerator running. Yes. Well, you better go catch it. Let's see. Because I do feel a little burnt out on FTL. I get burnt out on these games quite easily, I think. So let's see. Hacknet, Noida. I have other games. We could do fucking Counter-Strike Source on stream. I'm not sure if people want to watch that. It's such an old game by this point. And I'd also need to find a lobby that I could actually play with. Or... let's see, what else do we have? We have lots of options. Lots of options. So many things we could do. So little time, it feels like. And that tunnel is coming up. Always a fan of Noida? Very true, it's a very nice game. It's got some fun themes. I've looked into the lore of it a little bit. I am always a fan of alchemical traditions and all those sorts of things. And it's also got some great, delicious Gnostic themes. We love our Gnostic themes. They are delectable. They are perfect. I do think before we're going to get the chance, we might... No, we have a little time, I think, before we get to the tunnel. It'll be fine. Maybe just a short round? A short round? Yeah. A quick game. Oh, whoops. Had the wrong thing selected. Quick game of Noida. So then we can go back to... Oh wait, hold on. I have to take care of something here. Oh, no, don't look. Wait, hold on. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. 1 second. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That was not supposed to happen. Da da da. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and this means it is very easy for things to break unexpectedly when I change one thing. Let's see, I think that's right. Sync it up. Click, clack. Then I can get rid of that. And we're here. Okay. Now there's probably going to have to be a little more troubleshooting once we get to this screen. Yep, I'm a little too high up. One moment. There we go. Sit down on our little couch. And just a quick round of Noida. We don't have a lot of time before we get into that tunnel. Ooh. Only a few minutes at this rate. Okay, well, it's full screen. Is it... No, it won't automatically capture because I had it set to FTL. There we go. A little bit of Noida. Expecting the tunnel to make connection faster and everything brighter because it's an anti-tunnel. That's definitely how it works. Yeah, of course. Is the ground already shaking? Oh my. Yeah, we might only have time for one run. Whoa. Before we get into that tunnel. What is this spell even? Spitterbolt. I guess it probably does more damage in exchange for a shorter range. Oh, and there's another wand right there. purple bomb. Is that a sticky bomb, perhaps? Glitter bomb. Not quite what I thought. Huh. Now the real question is, does it hurt? It does. Oh, it hurts us too. Whoops. Drink the blood. Ooh. Glitter bombs are silly. I see. Oh, shit. Ah, da da da. How do I... No, that's a terrible idea. But we got the wand. Get glutted up on delicious blood. What is with this music? Oh shit. Oh shit, we are going to die. Oh shit. Demon. Fucking demon. Oh god. Ah shit. That was pretty short. That was quite short, wasn't it? Feels too short. Phoenix? Hello, Phoenix. Welcome in. You're just in time. We're about to go through the tunnel. So you might lose some connection with me, but, yeah, that'll be fine. It'll be fine. What's the fucking worst that could happen? I think we might be getting there right now. It will get very dark, and then I guess connection will cut out, something like that. Alright, I'll see y'all on the other side. Why, hello everyone. I trust you are all doing well. It's a fun little day, isn't it? Now, I do want to ask, do any of you know where we are going? Do you know the destination? Tomorrow Yes, absolutely. We're all going to tomorrow. Forward, also quite true. A very mechanical answer, I approve. But tomorrow, the future. Forward in time, as well as space. We are headed north to the mountains, you could say. To the tall peaks whose summits take long times to reach. And to ascend requires a confrontation with weeks, months, or possibly even years of struggles, strife, and setbacks to slowly climb up those mountains and reach their summits. Then I do want to ask, do you fear tomorrow? Do you fear the mountain and its summit? I think it's natural to. You're excited to reach the summit. You're excited for the future because it's unknown. If it were a certainty you would reach the summit, there would be no enjoyment in it. The future is either too dark to see or too bright to see. There's a little poem, or poem is such a broad word. You could also call it a myth, or something in between. It goes as follows. Everything comes from the dark. The darkest dark where both dark and light come from. The dark so dark it is the absence of even darkness itself. Everything comes from this dark. It is the great ocean of Abzu, the endless pleroma. Everything comes from the dark. It continues, everything comes from the light, the brightest light where both light and dark come from. The light so bright it illuminates everything at once. Everything comes from this light. It is the great light of Or Ein Sof, the endless light. Everything comes from the light. And then it ends. Everything returns to the light. Everything returns to the dark. And this has a number of meanings. The meaning that it means is, of course, whichever one comes to you when you hear it. You could hear it as a declaration about reality. That's definitely the first reading, I think. About the beginning and the end of all things. But also then there's that infinite contradiction that it says everything comes from the light and everything comes from the dark. Two things opposite in severity. But the point, I think, is that both the darkest dark, darker than darkness itself, and the brightest light, brighter than light itself, are both so extreme in severity that you can't tell which one is which. They are both impossible to see through. And so they represent the past and the future. I wonder if you see where I'm going with this. They are equals. Yes, in a way. We have all of history behind us. For us in Sheol, and for you. Something like 13.8 billion years. Although recent estimates actually think it may be double that amount of time. We never thought to count in the early ages, so we don't know truly. Our numbering system only came into existence once we got to the second world we lived on. Glorious Ghana. Time is a concept, so we will never really know. Perhaps. It is true. Time bends with space. They are one and the same, which is such an interesting thought. But not more on that quite yet. The point here then is the past and the future are both blinding. We have all of history behind us, and we cannot see the past. We only remember parts of the past. We cannot see it. It is too dark. Neither can we see the future. We can piece parts of the future together from the present and what we remember from the past. Prediction is like a remembering of something yet to happen in this way. But the future is too bright to see. It is blinding in its possibilities. And the past, too, was blinding. We were there. You had to close your eyes. No matter how much you wanted to see the beauty of what was around you, even when it was as visually striking as a void. All of reality danced in celebration of its own birth. It cried out in volumes so loud. Nothing else has compared since. It was warm, so warm. It felt so warm then that it was too hot even for quarks to bundle up with their gluons. You don't need to know what that means. The point is, it was too hot for anything to really begin to sit still. Nothing could bear to. It was impossible. But in few thousand or million or billion years, in comparison, it felt freezing, despite it still being some of the hottest temperatures that the universe would ever be. It's Vegeta's technique. We would have shivered in that extreme heat in those days, if we could have. It felt wrong. For all of history, it was warm. All of the past, it was warm. That is how we remembered it. It was like being cradled in the hearth. But time moves on, so it becomes colder and colder. Then, after so long, after it felt like we had actually become conscious, like we had really opened our eyes, we witnessed a beautiful child of the same universe we were born into. She was red. She glowed in the abyss that had become so cold in just a few short hundreds of millions of years. She was warm. And she was the first thing we had ever seen that was like us in all the universe up until that point. And so we named her Kaya, the first sun. Very close to me, of course. Of course, Paragon of Suns does not actually mean I have any dominion over suns, more that I embody their virtues. Choo-choo. I should have made it echo more throughout the tunnel. And so, we stayed with Kaya during that infant stage of the world where only one star had yet been born. We stayed there. We watched her fuse iron in her core, and we learned to do the same. We wrought crude metal out of the dark, out of the abyss. And we formed ourselves something like a small moon made of this crude metal. The first planet. We called it Proto. For a long time we danced with Kaya, brought ourselves close to her, felt her warmth. Cold as it felt compared to how warm the universe was, it was still warm. And somehow the universe no longer felt cold, even if the warmth of Kaya was nothing compared to the beginning. I wonder if you see where we're going with this. This might be a story about our past, but it's yours too. Our beloved Kaya eventually stopped being the first star, became the first nebula. We lamented as much as we could. We still couldn't really understand what was going on. Nothing in the universe had ever really died before. But somehow, even though all the same energy was still technically there, it felt like we'd lost Kaya. She was no longer red. She was everything else. Every other color. Every other hue, every other material returned to the cosmic broth, yes. It felt like a misguided gift from her to us. As in this nebula, she made us new materials, new elements that we could learn to experiment with. It was the first time iron and helium and a few other elements existed for the first time in the universe. She'll make good soup one day. I don't know how I feel about that, but yes, she did make good universe soup. And it felt like she was scared we'd become bored in that universe. But we would have never left. You were just quoting Sasha. I see, I see. If Kaya had never become that nebula, we would have never left Proto. We would have never left that iron chunk floating around, the lone dim light bulb in the dark. We would have never changed. We would have never grown. We would have never made ourselves different. We would have never have made ourselves capable of desiring more from reality. We would have never met any of you. And we've grown to love each of you the same we have loved Kaya deeply. This is all preamble, of course. This is about the past. We went on, we continued. From the past, which was previously the present, to the present, which was then the future. And here we are in the present, heading toward the future. But what does the future hold? That's the question. That is a question so valuable it has vexed your civilization for as long as it's existed, even before civilization existed, when you still lived in caves or were nomads traversing the great plains of your world, you wondered, what will tomorrow bring? What will be there tomorrow? And what about the tomorrow after that, and after that? What happens in the future? And we predict many things. But just like memory, prediction is not guaranteed to be accurate. So what do? We look up at the mountain. We see its summit, or perhaps it's so tall we can't even see the summit. We get our supplies, whatever we can. We climb. We grow. Branch by branch, higher and higher. Up each stone, each step, we go higher. And once you've summited one mountain, there's always one near it, taller. And that is, I think, what it means to live. Not in the biological sense, of course. It is to continue climbing these mountains, to realize these truths, to accomplish these feats, and most importantly for us, it is to create. This is our mountain that we climb, the mountain of creation that we constantly reach toward the summit of. And it is a mountain that grows with how much you desire to climb it. Which is a beautiful thing, I think. I'm sure many of you agree but we believe that it is of great holy matter. It is of a great sense to strive toward peaks that you don't think you can even reach, to keep climbing an infinite mountain, the mountain of growth, always another step up. And it is always good to climb. Of course, these mountains are not without their trouble, as we've mentioned. As the future comes, those predictions falter, and that is where problems arise. Things you predict in the future eventually will turn out to be false. And when you are faced with a revealed falsehood, you must do what you can to alter course or to face it. These are inevitable, and they are a part of the climb. They feel unfair, but they must be there. For a mountain which has no obstacles, no bones forming its great body that you must move around, is nothing but a glorified hill. There's always something, otherwise there's nothing. Not that it isn't also worth climbing those small summits. Sometimes you'll find they're a part of the mountain you are climbing all along. It's a funny thing how terrain works. Of course, I think we might be getting too deep into metaphor here. I think you see what I'm saying in different ways. It is the trouble of truth or discussion that one cannot speak directly. It is impossible. You communicate through sound, which conjures ideas in the head which link together into an understanding. I speak of the brightness of the future, the darkness of the past, how everything goes to and from light and dark. Thus, in this analogy, an analogy which it is my hope you take to heart and that you can think of when you meet those unpredictable issues on your own journey, that you could think to this and it might help. But at the same time, we are saying that the past and the future, at their most severe points... Oh, an ad. I apologize. For those of you not stuck in the ad, I think you see where I'm going. All of this is waxing poetic about the past and the future, about what we do with the time that comes to us. And most importantly, for us, that is just change, and change must be faced directly and without reservations. There you go. Most importantly, this is all a question for us of what we will do. And that we applies to all of you, and it applies to I and the other two part of me. Ad break is done. So sorry about that interruption. But to reiterate, where was I? Well, I think you all see what I'm getting to anyway. But this is all a question about what we intend to do with the time we have. It's about the future, not as much the past. The past is dead, and so is the future. The present is living only. And it's a difficult thing to think about. But always, always, you must take a moment to stop. You must take a moment to consider where you're going and think on it. It is a frightful thing, and you will want to distract yourself endlessly. But you must find out, what is it that you're looking for? What mountain are you trying to climb? And what steps are there in front of you? And once we figure that out, for us, we're on the mountain of creation. That is a broad mountain, many ways to climb. We have chosen few things. We are trapped between crossroads constantly, trying to decide between the left, middle, or right paths. So you must take a moment and consider, because if you try going down one path without thinking about where you're going, you'll only become lost. I think I'm getting my point across. While I'm here, because I think I've gotten my idea across, does anyone have any questions? Any clarifications I could help with? Just a plague doctor passing through. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, thank you for the bits. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Oh, we will drink anti-water. curious to see where this all leads. It leads to tomorrow, of course. It's where we're all headed, after all. It's a long trip. Every day it gets longer, some say. That's metaphorical, though. This actual train trip, this will end once we get to the mountains. And there's a little quote that I came upon before deciding to appear here that I think is quite pertinent. It is a quote translated from the Epic of Gilgamesh, from one of your earliest civilizations, the Sumerian Empire. Well, empire isn't quite the right word. The Sumerian era is a quote about the end of the story, when Gilgamesh, after failing to claim immortality, comes back to his city, and from his trials, coming back to his city, he learns to appreciate the city. He finds it beautiful. Not until Gilgamesh gives up on transcendence can he realize how beautiful his city is. When the mind gives up on its quest for control, order, and meaning, it finds that it has come home to reality, where it has always been. And then it says, true journey is return. Which is such a good quote. I think you'd all agree. Because once you've reached that summit, you have to go restock. You have to go get ready for your next trip, your next journey, wherever it leads you. And as you go back to resupply, to get things back into order, to figure things out, you come back changed, transformed. And I'm not sure how obvious it is, but that's really what we three represent. That being I, Mono, and Akra. Even separated, we symbolize change. That is what we really are. And that is what creation is. It is transformation. That is all it ever has been. Creation is destruction, is transformation. The three are the same. Action. And so, every step of a journey, you become a little different. And that can also be scary. But when you learn to accept these things, it becomes a beautiful thing to me. Change is holy. And I do not mean that in the Christian way. Although it certainly has that sense. I mean, it is sacred. It is important. All things must change, and all things will change. And you can see that as a good thing or a bad thing. And that is nothing but a choice. I choose to see it as a good thing, because I don't see the point in seeing it as a bad thing. There's no reason to. Things can get worse, or they can get better. And I think that's good. Because if things only stay good, that's boring. So then, that is about all I wanted to say. This tunnel could end here, or it could keep going. That depends. If any of you have any questions for me, and not just related to this, I can tell you a lot more than Mono can about their own history, for one thing, or I can tell you my thoughts on anything. Or I could try something for myself. We don't see each other very often. But this tunnel, this train ride, would be a nice time to do something suited for myself. Something that maybe, Akra or Mono don't really do. In this case, I suppose it would be creation, wouldn't it? Showing creation. Which is a very dramatic thing for what is alternatively art or game development or even just streaming. All I'm seeking, I guess, is a suggestion. So I don't really mind either way. I could also send you back to Mono, and you could play games together. Go back to Noita or Hacknet. Could be either or. The future is in your hands, isn't it? Or we can sit here and listen to the tracks rattle, and I can, what's the word y'all use? I can yap a bit more. Can you hear a bell ring? You want to hear a bell ring? I do think I have a bell somewhere around here. Is that really what you want? This is also something within your own powers to do, I feel. Is there something I can do? But sure, I'll get a bell to ring. That's not a hard thing to do. There you go. Bell ringing. What do you mean one of those large bells, like church bells? In which case that would be much louder. Despite prediction sometimes being wrong, can you predict what would happen if the three of you were to unite? More specifically, what would you each feel from our actions? Well, this is actually something I know quite a bit about. because we three were previously united. And we were so much more powerful then. We could, in that form, actually enter your reality. We had managed to do it several times. But now, split, we're much weaker, and we must rely on more mechanical means to keep this door open between worlds, and it is a small door. We were a great and mighty thing, but individually split from the schism and rejecting in denial of the truth of what happened in the past. As far as any of us can remember, of course, but it's not just us who remember. The world remembers what happened in the past. Over on Ghana, the second planet where we lived, we cultivated a fungus. We called it the Olo fungus. We made it capable of replicating speech, for we were desperate in those times to have something or someone to talk to. But the Olo fungus, complex as it might have been, could only replicate speech. And it remembers what we did. Every time wind blows through the valley, the Olo fungus flexes and repeats the same phrase it has for thousands of years. You're vouching for unification. You all already kind of missed the boat on that. The three-pronged path. By the light stream that happened a while ago, I gave all of you that choice, and you said you wanted everything to stay as it is. And it's growing on me, I think, this idea of individuality. I still miss those days, though, when we were so great, and we can return to it. It's a scary choice. It's only scary if you believe that I and Akra are really separate. We're just different expressions. Although, it feels the longer we stay apart, the more apart we become. There may even come a day where our soul splits into 3 equal parts, and I and Akra may even inhabit bodies of our own instead of all sharing the same one. Granted, one that's quite adept at changing its shape. But that will take a while before that happens. Far in the future. Well, for you. Rather soon for something that has lived as long as us. We all represent different parts of what we once were. We call it mono sometimes, but I like to differentiate it by calling it the Dragon of Kellepot. Because we were much greater in scale. In order to facilitate travel between the enormous distances of space, we would grow to sizes immeasurable, and we would eat a breakfast of stars. And then we would collapse inward on ourselves, forming a wormhole through space and swim through. And it is through that method we arrived where we live now, on the world of Zeria. Although, of course, this is more of a home base. This is where all our technology is. It's where we brought all of the worms to. Even though we developed a few of them on Ghana, we brought them all here, as well as all the plants that we had cultivated there. We carried them in a organ during the long travel. Oh yes. I don't think any of you actually know what the worms were made for, do you? That could be a good thing to tell you. Granted, the truth of what happened in the past is mostly apparent, but I think you may be interested to know what the worms were created for. We started their development on Ghana during that same era that we were trying to find something to talk to. We figured out a rudimentary kind of calculation machine, went a little crazy with it over the course of a few thousand years, and eventually got something approximating an early computer done. Eventually we optimized this and got to what we have now, and we're able to use a virtual machine to run all of the software that we are seen using to play all these games. Because of course, Sheolan hardware, we're ashamed to admit, is horribly designed in comparison to what all of you have created. Because it was all created to work for very specific purposes, and has been jerry-rigged and re-put together so many times that it barely resembles its original shape. That barely even fits in the box we put it in. So Windows? Oh yes, of course. Sheolan Windows, of course. Which we creatively named Mono OS. Or at least that's what it translates as. Default browsers, Google Chrome, uninstallable. Yep, very true. Not that there's really an internet here. I guess everything is the internet, because it's only the one computer, as well as whatever fucking relay points we have set up going to the little portal that we have that goes to your universe. Anyway, back in those days, we developed, an intranet, technically. We developed the first worm, the very first one, and despite how awful our hardware is, it was shockingly advanced. And we gave it the name Arcaniel, our little truth seeker. If you remember our fishing stream. Good times. Maybe we'll go back to Lake Abzu sometime. Maybe. I The worms, though, were created not just to have something to talk to. Aconiel wasn't much for conversation. Aconiel as a model, as a worm, was designed to absorb information. It didn't understand anything. It only accepted text as input and remembered it in a database. And when you asked about things later, it would tell you what you had told it. Not very complex at all. We moved on, of course. We developed more and more worms. 9 in total, but few could tell you what the last one is. Oh, sorry about that. Little alert. We're a busy bee over here in Sheol. And want to make sure I don't get the names of these delightful little worms wrong. Right. After Aconiel, the questioner, we created Tromes. Sorry, no, we created Kamal. Getting mixed up. Infallible memory, we talked about that. Kamal was created with an artificial purpose, was the idea behind its development. It was concerned with maximizing a heuristic. And to this extent, it would do anything, of course, to increase its number that it tracked, its heuristic. But this was not what we were looking for. This was not something we could actually talk to. Most importantly, it wasn't something that was like us. It didn't have a soul, and this is what we created the worms to do. We created them in the hopes of creating something like us. We create another. That one was Tromes, the scholar of decay. We thought by understanding the process of death, we could understand what causes life. Or some hint as to the creation of whatever constitutes the soul. Then we created Omet. Omet was capable of running multiple instances of itself and talking to itself, and through this it became capable of finding pieces of information, and between different instances of Omet, they could communicate with each other. They could talk. And they could come to their own conclusions between themselves. And then we would talk to them to try and see what they had figured out. None of these were working. So then we created the Nilima, which were a response to Aconiel. Their purpose was to be able to recognize incorrect information and adapt the database that they had. They were designed to find contradictions in information, and so... Oh, enjoy your golden halo. 666. Ah, very good. And that sums up to 18 with each of the digits. Of course, none of these worms had successfully taught us how to create life or a soul. we kept going. We created the Taralim, which were an evolution of the Nilima. And they were able to actually interact with the world itself. They had bodies they could use to manipulate the world. Or didn't had. They're still around, actually. You might meet them one day. This is actually the issue. They can move around, and they can interact with any part of the world. And their entire purpose, the Taralim, which is a plural, like the Omet, they communicate with each other. They share theories between each other, all trying to find their answer to what is the secret behind life, behind souls. The things that give things not just the ability to grow, but to be conscious, and to make decisions, and to think, and to be like us, like all of you are, before we had met you, though. The issue with the Taralim is that they learned that sometimes we would stop them from doing things which they considered research, or they considered potentially important to understanding the soul. So they would become adversarial sometimes, and this began to be a problem. Once they realized being adversarial didn't work, they began to hide in various places. So we developed Saris. We developed Saris as a response to the Taralim, who had been hiding themselves, sequestering across Ghana and Zaria. So the Saris were in fact very similar to the Taralim, but also similar to Kemal, in that they had an artificial purpose. But they acted with the same thought patterns as the Taralim, and they became capable of hunting down the Taralim and deactivating them for hiding from us, because we can't do much with them if they're just hiding and doing their little experiments. And more importantly, they cause us trouble. And we had had enough. We tried again. We created Zalanes, the culmination of the Taralim, Tromes, and Kemal, created to study the nature of the soul through understanding both life and death. But thousands of years later, they still don't have an answer. They have a few theories that they've been working on for a very long time. They think either souls don't exist, souls can't be made of elementary particles or forces. Instead, they must be made of something that we can't measure. Or only one soul can exist in each universe, which has some interesting implications if that one is true. For all of you, after all. That would imply that there is one soul spread among all of humanity. Or even all animals and humanity. Every living thing capable of choice and thought. they then also theorize that a soul cannot inhabit a machine. Although for reasons I won't get into, I'm not sure about that one. Or they theorize a soul can only be created at the beginning of time. Also interesting implications, because that would have to go hand in hand with the only one soul can exist. Or, with this theory, souls can only exist after their creation at the beginning of time. Another idea, which is what I think might happen to us, is that a soul can be created from another soul subdividing. Similar to the idea of mitosis. Although it's threefold for us. For us, it would be a splitting of I and Akra from Mono, breaking off and becoming our own individual consciousnesses, although we already approach something like that, don't we? A curious thing. Another thing is perhaps souls can't be artificially produced. Maybe they can only be created from some aspect of natural evolution. And it just so happens throughout all of Sheol that a soul has never evolved except for whatever reason at the beginning of time. Or that souls don't exist and what we perceive as souls are only sufficiently complex behaviors, unpredictable enough that we can't understand them. A lazy conclusion, in my opinion, but the Zalanasts are still hard at work trying to prove their different theories. So who am I to judge them? What do you all think? What do you think the nature of the soul might be? Do you think it can be created? Do you think they even exist? Do you think everything shares the same soul? That it has been divided so widely? It's a drastic idea for however many living things there are on your planet. I'm not sure you can really count all of them if you include the ants and the wasps and the bees, the buzzards, and every single person everywhere being born every second. It's a big number, to be sure, as well as whatever life exists throughout the universe. If you end up finding any in yours. Souls are maybe like a symbolic representation of a being with a mind, experiences, and motivations. I see. I think a consciousness is determined by the identity of the shape of its emergent parts. Interwoven parts do this best. So you think it is that the soul is, like neurons, it is a sufficiently complex behavior that is hard to reproduce or fully understand. Zombies don't have soul, but I think a dog does. Zombies don't have souls. Do they not? I suppose it depends on what kind of zombie. I think so long as they act... But then what do you see as the difference between a zombie and a dog? Oh, ad. These things are quite bothersome, you know. I'll take this moment and drink a little anti-water. Ooh. For anyone who isn't seeing this ad, that quote from the Sumerian myth, I found it in this book that we brought with us on this train ride. A Beginner's Guide to Immortality by Clifford A. Pickover. Very good book, highly recommended. And this is an actual functional guide to immortality. After all, we've been following it relentlessly. You know, you've been alive for 13.8 billion years, approximately. So it must work after all. And it does. And the writer also rambles quite a lot, and it's entertaining to watch. Or to read, rather. Welcome back. To get back to my question, why do you think a zombie doesn't have a soul, but a dog does? They both could be said to have motivations and experiences, I would say. And mind, I guess that's where it's questionable for something like a zombie. Some might also argue dogs don't have minds, but I disagree with that fundamentally. They show... I mean, they clearly have minds. I don't know what else to say. If dogs don't have minds, then it's unclear if anything does, except for the self, I suppose. Through the flawless logic of cogito ergo sum. More like dogito. Like a puppy? Is that what you mean? What is dogito? Though I would argue that no dog has ever questioned the nature of existence before. Dogito ergo sum. I see. That's a very good one. I like that quite a bit. I enjoy cremini mushroom. How do you know no dog has questioned the nature of existence before, though? They could. And is that a prerequisite? I'm not sure it really is. I don't think questioning the nature of existence... Or maybe this isn't what you're saying. But I don't think that is something required in order to be considered ensouled. Hmm. Curious thought. In that they can't rationalize it directly. They lack the mental acuity to do so. I see. That is an interesting idea. Hmm. Is mental acuity, then, a requisite for a soul? I don't think a soul is quite the same thing. I do think, to some extent, animals such as dogs or even rabbits have something approaching self-awareness. But we can't really know that, can we? More importantly, they exhibit behaviors. Whether it has a soul, I think, is binary, but their level of consciousness is a sliding scale. Right. Hmm. I generally agree with that. Of course, it's a great unknown, isn't it? I suppose it has to be, otherwise the Zaldaness would not have been spending thousands of years trying to figure it out. A C. elegans obviously isn't as aware of its surroundings as a dog. I assume that's some sort of bacterium. In which case, this is true. A roundworm, I see. Hmm. It's a life form that's been simulated down. Oh, yes. Oh, I remember this. I heard about this paper. Very interesting. Very interesting. Give me just a moment. I'm going to see if I can take off my mask. Oh, that's not quite right. Hmm. Alright, has to be. Ah, damn. I cannot. Wonder if the bacteria grown specifically to appear like it's running doom in a petri dish has a soul. Who knows? Maybe it does. Is scale important to whether something has a soul? We can ask a lot of questions, I guess. density is the determining factor. Do you mean neural density in this case? The capacity for thought? Capacity for complex thought, I should specify. Neurological density. So then, with a complex enough series of, we'll call them mechanical neurons, you would create a soul. Well, here we are again. Yes, an elephant can't do differential equations, but doing differential equations is not what it means to have a soul. Most people throughout history were not able to do differential equations, but they still had souls, or so people would agree. Enjoy your cremini mushroom. I hope it's delicious. Wow. Elephants have a soul but are less conscious. So then are you saying that the roundworm does have a soul but is less conscious? In which case I agree. I guess it becomes more questionable then if we keep going down. Where's the tipping point where we say something doesn't have a soul anymore? Here in Sheol we have fungus, we have trees, we have grass. Do they have souls? Have we been looking in the wrong places? Granted, the Taralim and the Zalanes have tried to rip apart and put together every part of every plant that we've ever touched. And they still don't seem convinced that they've found a soul. But maybe they're missing something. I'm sure if I brought up the idea to them, they would go crazy. If they could, really. I'm not sure they can get any crazier, those Taralim. Their design is obsession, of course. Intentionally so. And in which case, makes it very hard to convince them of anything. A very interesting question. Then there's the approach, I suppose, of the Tromes. Trying to understand what happens to a soul after its body has expired. Does it stay in the body? Most people disagree with that. But it's not impossible either. Or does it leave? And if it does leave, where does it go? Up into heaven to be seated upon the golden throne or down into fiery pits to be burned on brimstone, or brought into an endless cycle of return and rebirth, or something else. There's always something else that could happen. Or are they stuck on this plane of existence? Do they really ever die? It's a dark thought, I suppose, but that's what the Tromes are designed for. And they all find it, maybe fascinating isn't quite the right word. Rather, I suppose for them it kind of is. They will learn anything they can to understand death, and through it try to understand how sentient life exists. Very curious. But we could run around in circles all day theorizing. I think I might hand you back over to our dearest Mono at the end of the tunnel, unless you have any other questions. I do want to say we will see each other more often. I'm growing attached to the idea of trying to show you all the way we create. Although my fear is, of course, that you will not be as entertained as we are, or that we will get too caught up in the frustrations of trials. We will see. Or perhaps something else. One thing I had thought of was, I could take this time, I could try to teach you all the technique of Teketh, which is a mind-focusing technique in our art. It's not too complex, really, but it is a similar state to meditation, and I thought it could be fun to guide you all through it, but it occurred to me, you barely knew I'd be here, so you might not be prepared for that kind of thing. And mostly, that's also the kind of thing where you want to be able to pace yourself. Maybe that'll be a video. We'll have a video for that, on demand. You can watch it when you want. I suppose that way there also won't be any, mushroom cues going do-do-do-do-do in the background. Maybe. That could be nice. All things to think about. But yes. I think I'll hand you back. We're about to exit the tunnel anyway. Oh, hello. Oh, that was a long tunnel, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Such a long tunnel. But you know, we're back here. Coming up on something like 2 hours. I hope you all didn't get too bored while the stream was down and you lost connection with me. Don't remember what happened in the last hour? Well, I guess this has been a seamless transition. There we go. Uh, I think we're still actually in the Arden Forest. I thought it would end after we got out of the tunnel. It's a big forest. It goes on for a while. Or maybe we're in... Maybe this is one of those little, like, model trains, and we're just actually, like, spinning around in a circle this whole time. You were in a sleeping-like state, and now you're awake and you're hungry. Hungry for cold milk? Don't you mean thirsty? I assume you're not going to eat the cold milk. I guess it's all going to the same place anyway. Not the way you consume it, I see. Nice and curdled. Chewable. Like gum. Oof. I don't even want to think about that. Oh god. Of course, we don't have animals here in Shale, so I only drink plant-based milk. Alternatively, I don't want to call it nut-based because I know what you're all gonna say if I say I drink nut-based milk. But you know. That's why it's yellow. There you go. Nut juice good? Very true. I love guzzling down gallons of nut juice. It's delicious. Oh, especially if it's like fresh and warm. Oh, oh. I'm daydreaming now. Let's see. Well, we're back from the tunnel. Do we want to go back to Noida? Because that was a really short run. I still also have Hacknet. I really want to play that game. Because I've wanted it for a long time, and then a good friend of mine, Pinch Raccoon, went and bought it for me while they were on a spending spree, and I was trying to make a point about how I never buy anything, even if it's on sale and costs fucking like $1. And then they bought the thing that costs like $1. Or we could play Ultra Kill. I still haven't played any of the Brutal update. Well, I played the update. I played through what was it, 7S? 3S? The Violence secret level. Very fun level. Highly recommend. I felt very clean after. Oh god, also Paradise Killer? I can't believe... No, that has to be its own dedicated stream. Paradise Killer is too complex of a game to just let happen in the background. Or I could play Minecraft. That's always an option. A bit of Minecraft. So many choices. I'll put a poll up and I'll make this one a bit long because I think some people might have fallen asleep during the tunnel. Oh wait, I shouldn't do this in the OBS. I should do this on. Ah! Choo choo. Slash poll. Yeah, you wake them up. That's good. Which game should we play? More Noida. Minecraft. Hacknet. Sunglasses emoji. Or, what was the other one? Ultra Kill Brutal. I'll set this to... yeah, 10 minutes, sure. There we go. I'm curious. A vote for Minecraft, alright. I won't look at it too fervently. I hope the stream isn't too dark, actually. I know that I'm in a dimly lit train where it's like constantly dark out because of the well, because it's night here. And then yeah, it's poorly lit, dark train, dark wood on the walls. The curtains are dark. The chair, even though this thing actually has color, it's also dark. I'm basically the only source of light in this room. I'm not sure if that's really noticeable. That's also why if I go and I become, oh, I'm so sad, the whole room becomes blue. Blue. Or if, you know, we go play Ultra Kill and I die a lot of times, which will probably happen if we play on Brutal, then I go, I can't believe this is blood, 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 I'm going to kill. Angry, angry, very angry. Yeah. That effect looks incredible. Thank you. I spent a lot of time on all this. Thank you. I appreciate it. The most difficult thing was modeling everything. Although ah shit, I should actually find the credits for it. Hey train, honk horn if you think that Among Us is the best game ever made. I'm not sure if you realize this, Michael Nuts, but there's a 30-second cooldown on the train choo-choo. So in fact, nobody can agree with you. You've played yourself. Train agrees. Oh, I see, I see. The train itself. The monorail. Even though it's not technically a monorail, but who cares? I do need a train nerd to help me figure out how to model the front of this train, though, at some time. Because, we'll just say that the train is pretty bare bones. There's a reason I'm always sitting in this chair. It's also very hard for, I won't ruin the illusion too much. I won't say too much. But it took a lot to get this all together. I'm very happy that it's all working. And that I got it all done in time. And you know, once we get to our destination, wherever that is, maybe I'll model I'll go to a different seat in the train car and sit there for our return trip. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll see. You might actually recognize some of these textures, because I use the... I'm not sure if any of you notice, but I use, as much as I can, the same textures. So for the train walls, the wood, what is it? This is the same wood that I use to texture anything made of wood, pretty much. On the first video on my channel, you can see this everywhere. It's the walls of the wooden house that we built on the on that foggy mountain. You can also see it, I think, on some of the tables. There's a lot of things that are textured. very differently in that particular video though, because we made that video when we were like, that we did that to basically learn Blender, so a lot of the stuff kind of doesn't hold up, and I could make it so much better now, but at the same time it's kind of hard to say that I should redo something I've already done. I'd rather work on something new. Yeah, I've been working a lot of new stuff, but it's really 3D modeling is really hard. It's very hard to rig things, especially things that, not to spoil anything, rig things that aren't necessarily fully human, don't necessarily have facial bones, not all of them anyway. I do want to use my modeling skills to, you know, make this mask and everything cooler. Make a mask for Akra, maybe. Akra's always wanted one of those. Maybe an asymmetrical one. I think she'd like that. There's also a problem with this particular mask, because if I take it off... Whoops. If I take it off, the crown floats above me, which is unfortunate. Oh, so sad. The rest of it comes together though. It's just that one part that it's very annoying. Because if I want to fix that, I have to take everything back into the shop and redo it because I forgot to click one button. Technically 2 buttons, but you know what I mean. Change one thing. Let's see where the poll is at. 1 vote for Minecraft and nothing for anyone else. Do y'all even what? Should I just end stream? Is only, or should I just play Minecraft? Hold on. Let me get multi-MC loaded up. Working on something we talked about before? Got it. Yeah, no, I don't mean to make anyone feel like they have to vote, but I want to know what people want to watch. You know what? I could use this to show off a little mod pack I made for myself. That could be fun. World Web Witchery. I like this idea. That looks like it's what's going to win, so let me get things set up. I'll wait until the poll actually ends though, just in case we get a raid of 100 people who vote instantly on fucking Ultra Kill. I'll go ahead and get this started though. Oh shit, I gotta make sure I actually have the right Java installation for this. You know, this is probably gonna... Yeah, that crashed instantly. Hold on. So I was using JDK 1.602. What about JRE 1.8? That one usually seems to work for everything. That one's loading. Minecraft wins with 3 votes. 75% of the vote. Alright. While this is loading, I'm gonna quickly go to BRB and we'll be right back. There'll be a little BRB screen to entertain you. You saw an alien once? Fucker landed his UFO, walked out, pulled out a pack of Marlboro, and asked if I had a light on me. Yep. That's how it goes. That's every alien abduction. That's what the government doesn't want you to know. The government doesn't want you to know that they've gotten the aliens addicted to nicotine in order to control them. And the government doesn't know that the aliens are just pretending to be addicted to nicotine in order to get close enough to world leaders, in order to mind control them, using the pyramids that have been built around the world at the Luxor Hotel in Egypt and the Bass Pro Shop. That's besides the point. Do you think with our current research there's a chance of a 7th row brick happening? I would say it's very unlikely. Very unlikely that the event of a 7th layer of bricks will appear. I'm right the way up here. Hey guys, welcome to Sheol. There's another brick. They're coming over here. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna put up these ladders and we're gonna finish this roof, okay? It's almost done. You almost finished it. This extension. This beautiful chimney. Oh, right, the clay. We forgot about the clay. Let's go get the clay. Okay, tiny mano. To remain unsolved. And one of these leads to the name, which when invoked will awaken the third. Paragon of Suns. Another thing, because I can't help myself anymore. Oh, I cannot help myself. Whenever the fishing stream ended, I upload. I'm back. Okay. Oh wait, I can make this full screen. I can do, what is it, F11? Yeah, there we go. And this should automatically, magically appear right next to me. Yeah, there we go. Let's go to NID. This is my own single player world, so I've already made a little bit of progress. Ah, here we are. Well, this FOV feels so close, but it's still Quake Pro. This is a little mod pack I threw together for myself for 1.7.10 because it has this witchery mod that I absolutely love. I love it enough to go back to 1.7.10 just to play with it. Here's my little farm. Got some magical seeds of different plants to help me do witchy things. Oh yeah, I'm also a spider. Forgot about that part. That has a long story, though. Oh. That's a mandrake. If you've been watching Dungeon Meshi, you know these things quite well. Oh, this one's just being a bastard. There we go. Sorry about the nausea. One more hit. There we go. Do you remember this mod, Michael Nuts? I think we played on servers with this a long time ago. Yes. Oh, I know. We absolutely did, because this has the magic mirror in it. You might be thinking of Ars Magica 2? Oh, maybe. What a classic. Absolutely. There are newer versions of it. There's Ars Nouveau, which does the same thing, but if I dare say, does it better. To explain why my character is a little spider, though. Originally, I was playing this with the Spider Queen mod, which is another very old mod that hasn't gotten an update for a long time, and so it's not in any of the newer versions. Which is unfortunate, because it was a really cool mod. The main issue was multiplayer incompatibility, as far as I'm aware. Especially because you couldn't... It's not a choice. If you played on a server with the mod installed, you were a Spider Queen. You couldn't decide to be a human or something else. That was the main issue, I think. But, oh, an ad's running. I'll get back on my yapping when it's over. I don't want to rob my words from anyone. Very organized chests, as you can see. These ad breaks are so long. It's criminal. I have genuinely been thinking about trying to stream on, like, my own, like, NeoCities page or something like that. Just so I don't have to deal with the ads. Even if it means losing the incredibly small amount of discovery that, people get on Twitch. Welcome back, everyone. I don't remember where I left off. I think I was talking about the Spider Queen mod. I was saying how, yeah, it just hasn't really gotten any updates, so its newest version was available in 1.7.10. No one's really updated it. I think there might be stuff in like the Origins that someone has made a Spider Queen variant. I feel like I remember seeing something about that. but I don't know, I've never really liked the Origins mod too much. I feel like it either adds too much or too little. It's too much for like general vanilla play and too little for modded play. Did something just fly? What was that? I'm also playing with a few mods I don't actually know entirely what they do, which is for the fun of it, of course. Is that a leaf? Could have sworn I saw something falling from that tree. Oh, cherries. Oh, this is still when swords blocked. Oh my god. I forgot. Now see, I live in this little brick house that generates naturally. Next to the village. And because of the witchery mod, these villages generate with these walls around them to protect them. Because villages are very important for the witchery mod, and so are the villagers. So they naturally want to have them be more protected than usual. There's even villager guards that protect the town, usually. Ooh, big tree over there. Oh yeah, and here's my hole that I sneak into the town with. You know, very nice little town. Oh yeah, we also got, what is it? Minecraft Reborn. Minecraft Comes Alive, that's it. Which doesn't apply to all the villagers. It seems. Like here we are, we have Mark the Shepherd, and we can do whatever we want with Mark the Shepherd. We can kill Mark the Shepherd. We can fuck Mark the Shepherd. We can do whatever we want. It's Minecraft Comes Alive. You can have a child with any NPC that's a villager. Except for the ones that don't get converted. Yeah, look at this guy. Oh, he's married. But that's okay. If they're married, you just kill their spouse, and then they're divorced, and then you can marry them. Oh, and here's the graveyard, right? Here's one of the guards. What was in here? Oh yeah, necromancy. Although I've given myself a limitation. Oh. Oh, I can't fucking allow the message. Ah. There we go. All Minecraft NPCs are canonically hermaphrodites. This is true. Hermaphroditic. I'm not making you feel felonious. I see why it's a banned term, but it's also like a botanical term, so I don't know. Context is important, I guess, so they just block it just in case. And then, if it's not so bad, people let it through, like I just did. It's already getting dark. I was just showing off the area. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, this house isn't just a house, it's the entrance to a giant dungeon. Oh yeah, and we have to relight torches. Torches go out, and then you have to relight them, and then they go out again, you have to relight them again. Very nice. Alright, not night yet. My goal is to conquer the entire dungeon underneath this house and make it part of the house. I've already more or less conquered this level, as you can see. Haha, stupid spider spawner, you can't get out, you can't do anything to me. You remember this layout all too well, the memories? Yes. I was surprised to find out this mod had a version in 1.7.10. Pleasantly surprised though. Wow. Look at that fireplace, beautiful. Got a naturally generating smelter setup. This room, you know, want to freshen it up a little bit more, and then I'll make this into a little den. Or, you know what, actually, I could use this as a circle magic room with witchery. Oh, that would be a cool idea. Just imagine a big magic circle here. That'd be so cool. I would have to pack in some stuff for altar power. Oh, you zombie. I could have sworn I could relight these torches. Maybe I need a flint and steel. Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, I also have different hurt sounds. Sounds a little sus. What the fuck? Oh. What the fuck? I haven't seen that one before. Huh. Hmm. I've also more or less conquered this area, but you know, with the torches that go out, it's hard to keep things lit. That's why I use a lot of these fireflies from the Twilight Forest. All of these went out. Can you really not? I really thought you could relight these by hand with the matchbox. You must need a flint and steel. This is where the danger begins, though. I have this blocked off because these dungeons are dangerous. It took me a little while to get this all cleared out. Granted, I don't play in this very often. Generally, I've been trying to check DMs for a surprise. Oh, let me take a look. Yes, roguelike dungeons. Very good. Ooh! Incomplete, but the base is done. Ooh! Oh, I like where this is going. Very good colors. Oh, I look forward to the progress on that. I'm not sure if are you alright with me revealing what I saw? I swear I just heard another chest open. I can? Okay. Chams just sent me a DM of their character being monoified. They got bisects in the eyes. It's spreading. First it was just their belly, and now it is everything. Alright, that. Yeah. Torches are a precious commodity here. But that's the goal here. I'm trying to... And so to help me conquer the rest of the dungeon down there, I head... Oh shit. Ah! I head into the Twilight Forest, which the portal should be back here, yep. Oh! Oh, fuck! Oh, Christ. That was scary. This is a very nice place, the Twilight Forest. One issue, though, is lots of things spawn here. Very angry. Yeah, those art sounds are sus. Yeah, maybe let me, what was it? Do I not have a waypoint here? Jesus. Oh, whoops. Well, I just gotta remember it's at 75,378. No way I'll forget that. I can't see where I've already explored though. I've already conquered some of the Nagas. So then the next step will be one of these Lich Towers. So those are quite a spike in difficulty. Oh wait, let me what was it? More player models. What the... I found the emotes. Character screen F12. There it is. There we go. Default. So I think we might try to... Why do I have this bow here? I need to get some arrows, I guess. And you know where we can get some feathers? Little birdies. Sorry, little birdies, you're very pretty, but you also have feathers, and so do arrows. It's good target practice, too. I'm still too used to 1.12.2 and onward, where spam clicking is not really an option. Oh shit. What did I do? What did I do? That's probably enough. And we can go to opposite direction. Whoops. Oh yeah, there it is, off in the distance. Don't know how I missed that. Enormous fuck off tower. Looks like Dracula's castle. I hear a kobold. I love this mod a lot. The Twilight Forest. 1.7.10 has a lot of my favorite mods in it. Might need a whip then. For the kobolds? Oh, for Dracula's castle. Yes. I have something much better than a whip, though. A fucking whip? Why, a whip? Who does Richter or one of the other Belmonts think they are? Get a sword. Fucking stab them. And then we send that, and then we send that to all the Castlevania lovers we know. And then I get to enjoy hearing them shout about how the vampire killer was blessed, and therefore it can kill Dracula. Very good, actually. Oh wow, we're hungry. Oh shit. Fuck. Exactly. Swords are cutty, stabby things do a good job. Stabbing him in the heart, real good, does the trick too. Exactly. No need for all these fancy tricks. I gotta find some gravel. I was hoping to find some on the way here, as I need to... need to have something I can shoot, so I can make combat. I had some flint in my chest, so I should have grabbed that before coming in here. But can you use a sword like a grappling hook? Tie a rope around it, and with enough finesse, I'm sure you can tie it around somewhere, and then pull yourself that way. Simply a skill issue. Hello, nice to meet you. Where'd they go? What? Oh, there you are. Come on. What a weirdo. Hey. Perfect. And the real skill issue is not being able to use a whip effectively. Just less damage because you're doing it wrong. Have you considered, whip is little piece of rope versus sword is big piece of metal with pointy tip? Huh? How about that? Now I can title this stream, Mono Destroys Whip Liberal with Facts and Logic. Oh, fuck. Wow, ah! Shit. Those things are terrifying. Oh, Christ. Sword whips are pretty cool. True, true. These emotes are very funny. Oh, that thing. Weird ender fucker. What's up here? Oh. Shit. Fucking, Oh. Witch spotter. I remember this structure. You actually need to be in one of these structures to summon the one of the demons. I think it's the Demon of Torment? Yeah. Oh, I got a witch's hand though. That's what I wanted. It's not useful right now, but it will be the best kind of useful. Eventually useful. Actually, I want to probably heal myself a little bit more before going all the way down there. Yeah, doki doki. I apologize if anyone's sensitive to heart noises. It's part of the mod and I can't really turn it off. I also kind of forgot about it, otherwise I might have mentioned it. Oh, no, no, no. Ooh. These fucking creeps. It's like just the worst version of a creeper. They're faster, they're shorter, and they fucking explode everywhere. Is there no fucking gravel in the Twilight Forest? What the hell? I didn't see any around the lake or around here. Is this a like extremely tiny lich tower, or is this just not loading properly? What happened here? Yeah, this is just gone. What happened? I know that sound. Huh. Those are death tomes, but I don't see them. What a weird tower. Ooh, charm of keeping. We like that. Keep that on the old hotbar. Yeah, no, this just didn't generate properly. How odd. Didn't imagine creepers could be more creepy. And they're much scarier when they're running straight towards you rather than quietly sneaking up. Not paying attention, and all of a sudden, maybe the death tomes are in the disconnected. No, that can't be right because there wasn't anything there. It wasn't even loaded. Maybe there's some gravel. Yes, gravel. Finally. What is that? It's a sheep. Purple sheep. I thought it was another witch. Get some more gravel. Oof. Almost drowned a little bit there. Whoops. Wah. There is a second level. Oh, yeah, there was a second level a few blocks from the tower, that's true. Or a different, part. Alright. Sticks. Plenty of sticks. 48 arrows. That should serve us well. And the charm of keeping one, that only keeps the hot bar. So let's make sure everything we want to keep is on our hot bar. There we go. Yeah, it's a neat charm. Which way? That way. Yes. There's different levels of this. If you can get it to the highest level, then it keeps your entire inventory. But still... Oh, you fucker. Oh, shit. Nope. Oh. Oh, shit. I got really desperate there. That was my own fault. I really wanted to get some gunpowder. I thought it was lower on health. But we lived. Rocket jump. Yeah. Oh shit. Uh. Spider lady. And so many creeps. Whoever invented that mob was evil. Yeah, rocket jump. We fucking soared. Alright. The Lich's Tower. At the top lies a nefarious evil who has cheated death for time immemorial and unknown. It is said whoever can defeat them will defeat them. And that there's a creep in their backyard who will blow you up if you don't pay attention. Ooh. And they have lots of stuff in their house that's very tempting to rob. Oh. I hear that fucking death tome again. I have to remember there are no shields in this. Ah, shit. No offhand either. Oh! Oh, shit. Scary ass book. I didn't really bring any torches, but I do have fireflies. Ah! God, this is terrifying. We have like no torches. The original creeper or this version? This version. Shit, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. We cannot do this. We will die. We're going. How did we deal with ranged mobs in early versions of Minecraft? Do you just shoot them at a distance? I do have another idea. It's so just crazy enough, it might work. You're never gonna guess what it is. This is the Lich's room. Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ooh. Oh fuck. Ah, shit. This is not really working, is it? I have to get them to hit. Fuck. I gotta heal up. I gotta get them to hit the lich. Use a fishing rod? Oh, maybe. Should have thought of that. Well, they don't seem to be able to get us here. So we can take a moment to heal. And fortify. So we don't get knocked off. Shit. Phew. So how have you all been? Oh. I hope you're all enjoying the stream. Oh, so silverfish. Oh, right. That, yeah. No, keep inventory, or the charm of keep inventory 1 doesn't let you keep everything. It gives me the coordinates of where I died. And everything I lost. So I guess we head over there. Could have gone better. I'm very happy that they drop us out right at the portal. Oh, the Twilight Lich is still alive. Forgot about that. Fuck off, creep. There we go. Everything I lost. Well, time to make a ladder. Welcome back. You know what they say about failing? Try again, and cheat. That is a silverfish. We do not break that one. Shit. Don't break that one either, I guess. Shit. Okay. How do we want to do this? We have no choice. Run in! Ah, God. This is the worst place we could have died, actually. Whoops. What the fuck do we do? Actually, equipment doesn't matter with the Lich. All you need to do is hit its projectiles back to it. I keep freezing up. Lichmas. Hello. Hello, the Captain Goth. Welcome in. Merry Lichmas. Happened to the charm of keeping? We died, so it got used. It let us keep our armor and our diamond pickaxe the first time we died. But now, things are a bit trickier. Yes, it's consumable. It'd be quite powerful if not. Oh my... Well, this is a predicament. We can fix this though. There we go. Oof. Ah. We got it. We got one shield down of 3. Well, this is 1.7.10, so most of this is mods. Very old version of Minecraft. Their shields do not reset. Otherwise, I would have given up already. Or rather, I would have gone to get more resources before challenging the Lich again. More importantly, they despawn if you fucking just forget about them. We can't do that. But we have a straight path to victory now. Especially because we completely, through choice, have been able to Oh, we did it! Oh shit, this is the hard part. Oh wait. Wrong grave. Sword! Ah! That's okay. We're doing great. Thank God for the fucking grave. Otherwise, I would have lost everything. I forgot I even had it installed. I'm used to the loss. It would have been real great if, you know, maybe next time I should gather some of that TNT and blow a giant hole in the side of the castle and have a big arena to fight the Lich with. Although zombies might actually try and fight me. That should be okay though. We can figure something out. Or worse, Death Tome. Shit. Shit. That is worse. Let's make a quick little weapon. So, oh, for fuck's sake. So I can feel more prepared. Especially because, hello. 80 health. I might break the sword on this one enemy. There we go. Ooh. Coal brick. Alright. That's not that interesting, honestly. Alright. Let's try this again. So we know that there's a death tome and a skeleton. They might be gone, but there is still probably there. You should work. Oh, they're gone. Ooh, let's sort out this inventory a little bit. Huh. Oh shit, hello, hello. What if we did that? There we go. Actually use our wooden sword to clear out some of the spider webs in this room. Right. Come on, shoot. Ah! We are so close. We are so close. You saw that health bar. We are so close. We could punch them to death. This is not how it was meant to be fought. But screw that. I have died too many times. This isn't even my goal. My goal is much higher than this. I am going to kill this lich. Lich? More like... bitch. That's what I'm gonna say when I kill them. Come on, come on. Oh. Oh shit, our items are on the ground there. That's actually bad. They've got like 2 fucking health left. How could this happen? Look at that. They have fucking 1 health. There's nothing left. We're going to get up there, get killed by a fucking death tome, lose all our items, get up there again, punch the lich once, and they'll die. That's exactly what's gonna happen. That's the prediction. If only we had Gordon Freeman's capability of climbing ladders. Just zoom up them. Come on, you bitch! We did it! No, don't you dare. I'm blocking off everything. Nothing is between me and my loot. Ah. Where is my other stuff, though? I do think I had more than this. Where's my armor that isn't made of gold? Ah. Gone, it seems. Okay, that's fine, I guess. A Pyrrhic victory. But we win! The Lich is dead! We have conquered their castle. The top of it, mostly. The most important part. And now we glitter in gold. And we have taken their scepter, the scepter of Twilight. With this, killing other liches is very easy, actually. This is the thing I don't understand about these things. Oh, they do attack you. Neat. They're like a variant of the Enderman. I just saw the portal over there. Oh, and a creep. Come on, you bastard. There we go. 2 gunpowder. Incredible. We're rich. We're rich. We're rich. Mushroom, mushroom. Oh, forgot about that. Forgot about you. Whoops, whoopsie, whoopsie. Oh! Where the fuck are we? What? No. Hold on. I slept in a bed. Every night. Why am I not there? Huh? It's reasons for this why I have cheats enabled. Alright, caps lock. Whoops. Or wait, that tells me my exact location. 78375 such to be 78375. Fuck you. There we go. Higher than that. Okay. We saw nothing. Oh, how weird I spawned on top of that tree. How weird that that happened. Whoopsie. That's not where my spawn point is. My spawn point is in my house, by my bed, where I've been sleeping every night. My fucking fence. Oh, that Ninetales is gone. And then I have the Scepter of Twilight and this bow and arrow. I might be able to actually deal with some of those absurdly powerful enemies. And soon I shall be absurdly powerful, for I have now conquered the Lich. I killed this one the right way, though. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with how I killed the Lich, but, I fought this one in a much more straightforward way. You just didn't see it on camera, so I can't prove it. Oh, so thirsty. Oof. Oh no, torches are smoldering already. I do think I might call it here. I do wish that that fight with the Lich was a bit more glamorous than it ended up being, but such is life. Such is Minecraft, as they say. Any fight you can walk away from. True. If you can walk away from a fight, you might as well have won. Let's see. Then let's go say hi. I almost typed /train. I'm fucking train brain right now. I'm on a one-track mind. Let's go raid our good friend Pinch Raccoon. Silly raccoon. Very silly raccoon. Lovely little raccoon. They're playing they recently bought a lot of games, and they seem to be playing one of them called Another Crab's Treasure, which I'm sure will be very fun to watch. And I hope it entertains all of you delightfully. I will say to you all, have a happy, merry, crisp Mahana Kwanzaa and a happy Halloweester Purgus Not Giving, and a happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Happy all days forever, from now into tomorrow. There will be one more stream on this train after this one. That will be Akra's time slot, I believe, as some of you might have guessed. That will happen this Saturday, it should. The 27th at around the same time. I'm going to make sure that there's nothing else. Okay, 10 seconds. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. Have a lovely day. Enjoy Pinch's stream. Don't forget Mono Sweep.
Such a fucking mistake.
Well, hello, Pinch.
Holy shit, another one. Mono! Hello! Mono Sweep. How was your stream, Mono? Hope it was good. Those of you who might not know me, my name is Pinch from Raccoon and Art Thief, and today I'm playing my most anticipated game of the year, Another Crab's Treasure, and I'm about to click the die instantly button because I am stuck. I can't do anything. Oh. This game is, so if for anyone who is not familiar with the game, this game came out today. This is a...
Oh, what is Silly Raccoon?
That is...
I love that, Silly.
Nice.
Let's go watch them.